A bit of a legal question, really. Who has what rights over a stretch of beach on Hayling Island? No fishing signs have gone up on a stretch by the Sailing Club, and that's really annoyed anglers who've been using that site, they say, for several decades. We'll try and get to the bottom of it with Justin Benham, who's one of the fishermen who uses the beach. Good afternoon, Justin.
Hi, Mark. Good afternoon.
Nice day for it.
Yes, it is lovely, actually. Shame I'm not out there today.
Shame you're not out there. You're not allowed to go out there. No fishing signs have gone up on the beach by the Sailing Club. I don't know who put them up. Perhaps it was the Sailing Club. But, I mean, what do you understand the law to be?
Well, the clear-cut law is, obviously, from the waterline of high tide and low tide, plus a foot on shore, known as the Coast Guard's Walk. That's open to all public. Which obviously that includes their stretch, which is a renowned fishing spot.
So you think that you can stand even on private land between high tide and low tide watermarks?
Yes, that's correct. Because it's not private land.
And what does the Sailing Club have to say about that?
I've not met them myself yet, but heard from a few people who said they've tried to move them on, and they say it's their land down to the shore.
Well, let's hear now from Vice Commodore Mike Dorr, who's from the Sailing Club. We spoke to him briefly earlier.
Well, the no fishing signs have been up for a while, but nothing's new. The same amount of beach, which it has always been, which is the point around the point at which the Sailing Club is. The advice to put them up is as a result of our lawyers, our insurers and the police. Because if somebody comes on and somebody is injured and we have taken no precautions against it, then we could be liable. But the important thing for sailing is that it is where boats come ashore and go afloat from, and therefore they are in very close proximity to the beach.
Well, it sounds like you say there's a safety issue. Sailing boats need to use that stretch of the beach, and anglers are in the way. Somebody could get hurt.
Yeah, it's common sense, really, isn't it, to not be in the way while it's being used by boats, you know. I tend to go night fishing, so there's nobody around then. But it is common sense to give, I wouldn't do it by the slipway at all myself.
Why aren't you out there fishing today, if you think you do have the right?
Because I'm a stay-at-home father of a little boy, so I'm looking after him today.
OK, so, I mean, what is the angler's response, I suppose, is what I'm driving at? Are you going to go out there anyway?
Yes, of course we are, yes, because it's not their land, and it was just advised by them to put the signs up, as we just heard.
What about sitting down with them to talk this out?
Yes, it would be something that would be optional, wouldn't it? Maybe like a permit scheme for people to fish there, Something like that would be clear-cut, wouldn't it?
But have you made any overtures at all to the Sailing Club to talk about this?
No, not myself personally. I only picked up on this story last night, and I'm just representing a few anglers today.
Well, could we recommend that perhaps somebody does that? Because sitting down and talking about this is probably better than just sort of standing there in the way and having a few cross words.
Yes, it does make sense, but the signs just to tell people no fishing as of now, it's false. Because you're allowed between them watermarks, and we go at low tide when we fish, and we fish the tide in, then we go home. So we're not actually on their land, and the access to get there is for a public footpath, which is all the way around. That was argued, I believe, in 2012. The Sailing Club tried to close the footpath, but they didn't get anywhere with it.
So between low and high tide, you're on firm ground. I get it.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much indeed. Justin Benham there, who is an angler there on Hayling Island.